Happy Thursday. It is spin and sip time. And also time for some new hair. How are we liking it? I feel like every other stream, I feel like I want to break out a wig because let me tell you, I have so many. They all need their time. Hello, Marcus. We love the Chun-Li love. Lydia, thank you for noticing. If anyone else would, I know it would be you. Hello, a ninja. What is up? It is, and it's so beautiful that you're using the wine emoji. Not just because it's a cornerstone to our institution and what we do here, but it is definitely still, you know, Monday was National Wine Day. Fine. I say celebrate the whole week. Let's just do that. Let's do that. So the thought process for today, it actually started cocktail first instead of album first. And I was like, well, let's do something with wine. Absolutely. Let's do that. So that was what started the journey. And then it went to an interesting place, but a good one, but a very good one. So I am glad you guys are here. People are stomping. Hello, hello. Yeah, no, we love the Chun-Li emote. Love it. The Catalina space case is there. Yes. Hello, hello. Lydia, we can definitely be matching yet again from head to toe, truly, and mean it. What I really love is just how it falls. Like, she's so silky and manageable, not like me at all. And this effect is just, it's so cool because it's like, it's that like subtle, like, oh. So yeah, I felt like it was time. It was absolutely time. Ninja, we're gonna get a big enough glass to last the whole week. Listen, I'm going to call Kendrick because of course we're friends, and I'm gonna say, hey, can you rewrite swimming pools, but just make it about like Cabernet, just for me, thanks. That's what I need. I need a full Olympic diving pool full of wine. But you know what, then I still would not even be satisfied. I am insatiable and incorrigible. Lydia, you got that watch streak? Yeah, it is silky and fun, and I love a short wig. I think just because I have long hair, the like short wig is just like, oh, it feels like more of like a wig or like a costume. I do have a couple wigs that are like dupes of my own hair, which might seem like a little bit ridiculous, but trust me, it does come in handy. Especially when I was switching and I was doing like the purple and black like ombre, and then there was a time when my hair was all black. Like I remember wearing silk, and it was one of the few cosplays that I was like, oh my god, I don't need to wear a wig, it's just my hair. That's it. And then when I bleached the black dye out, one, mistake. Two, I was like, okay, well now this doesn't work. So it's like, okay. Sometimes you just have to have a dupe of your own hair. And what if you're running late and you don't have time to do your hair? This is just cosplay consideration that you must think of. And like even if your wig is like standard hair, a wigs just give you that oomph. It completes the like silhouette of the over the topness and the cartoonishness. Jedi, hello. You are loving the vibe? Oh, what vibe? Just with the hair? The mic is in the picture. I've decided to bring Michael, he's been so helpful. But I'm like, you know what? I have a little fun light up mic. I don't know. Do you guys mind having the mic in the shot? I think it's enough. Like if I were to swing low, sweet chariot, you guys can still hear me. Yes, from here? Which do we prefer? Moz. Nah, it looks cool. All right, back. You're in. better with it in the shot for audio quality. Well, Dragon, say less. It is nice. Well, when I switch over to the chair, then I can get it right up close to me, but then it's not in. But for the bar, we can have it in the shot. But I do love my little lights. I am a sucker for them. I feel like because it's so not dim, but because of the lighting, just like the ambient lighting, it doesn't make the LEDs pop as much. They just kind of look like bright and a vague, like aqua color kind of? How does it actually look on your end? I can kind of see some colors like on the arm right here, but it's cycling through like a little prism. And so that was also part of why I wore the wig, so we could match. Our relationship's really taking off. I really like a microphone that listens to me and understands me and doesn't leave me on mute randomly. Oh, yes. Right. But it's been great today, so we're just gonna keep that going. So, hey! TK, how's it going? You've been working on a sewing project for PFF. Needless to say, pinning sucks ass. Oh, it does. That's why I never do it. I hold on for dear life and call it a day. Actually, you should get clamps instead of pins. They're like, not like a clothespin, but they're tiny little, it almost looks like a presser foot, like on your machine, but they're just little clips. And you don't have to worry about pinning, and you can just clip those along. So I will use them on occasion when I'm feeling responsible. Other times I just kind of go balls to the wall and hope for the best, because I don't like those extra steps, but you know. Da, 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 da. Walls, hello, welcome in. How is your Thursday? I'm singing apparently. It's been, good, I guess. Yeah, today's been good. Isn't it weird how you like don't know if a day has been good or not just because the previous ones have been so like chaotic depending? I feel like that's relevant, right? You guys feel that? Or you don't even know what you did and it's like, oh, how did I get to 7 o'clock? I'm still at like 7 a.m. Maybe that's what set me off. So I woke up this morning at like 4 for no reason, and I could not go back to sleep. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna read. And then when you do that, like, it can relax you, but then the other part is like, oh, my brain's going. And I'm like, oh, well, now I'm thinking about stuff, and now, okay, it's 6:30. I'm gonna try to sleep for an hour, and then wake up, and then I'm just dead. So that was kind of like how today went. And then the rest of the events of the day were just fine, but weird. But I'm glad to be here because now, not only do I have a new drink coming up, I feel like we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. So I am very pleased. Lydia today, Benji and I have been married for 4 years. Oh, marriage alert. 4 years. 4 years of the wedding ning. Oh, congratulations, friend. How has it been 4 years? You guys you're seniors and you're ready to graduate and go to marriage college now. 4 years. Ay. 4 whole years, girl. Well, this one is for you. We are drinking for Lydia tonight. We actually have a celebration. Yay! See, this is where I need some like fun, what do you call it? Some music that I can actually play and like some fun sound effects. I might have to break down and get a Steam Deck. I don't know. For those of you that have it, is it worth it for stuff like this? Or no? What are your thoughts? Because I don't get them for my use. I just don't see the application. But I would like some like reaction things that would just be like, you know, I can have my little bloop guy like hanging out like down here and press buttons and stuff. That would be very handy. For this moment, I'll get the whole setup just for this moment. We're going to the Ishtar University of Marriage. Wonderful. Ninja, I was just thinking you should get a Steam Deck. Well, same page. My brother in mutant kind, you are right there with me reading my thoughts. So, I'll look into it. I don't think that I would need one with like the crazy, that almost looks like a keyboard. Like they have like the mini ones that are just like a 6-button affair. Something like that I could do. I feel like that's like manageable. Dragon, they're about to price increase if you haven't already. Oh no, so do it quickly or look for reefer. Oh. Do you follow like Elgato? Did they like say an announcement? Because I was looking at some of their other stuff when I was looking at arms and like a boom arm. I almost, because of course, I almost got the purple one. But then I was like, do I want purple or do I want lights? And so I ended up going with the lights because I already had the mic and they go together. So I was like, oh, well, this will be a nice Bifrost affair coming up from the microphone. But I was still curious about it because every time I switch from like the bar to my desk, the lounge, I have to, switch out the whole arm situation, switch over the cameras. It is a lot of switching, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, there's got to be a better way. But there literally isn't, because it's like one is a desk and one I need to pour liquid over, and I can't be like, oh yeah, let me just get this on the keyboard. Oh no, like I feel like I would turn like grayscale and I would hear like the infomercial voice and it's like, has this ever happened to you? And I'd just be like, just disaster. Pure disaster. Oh wait, I heard, Stream Deck, the console. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Stream is not listening. I don't know, they might. I don't know, they're not EA though. Maybe they're not. My privacy is safe for another 5 minutes. First time in the chat, welcome. Hello, is it Parzival? Parzival, I think you can use the Stream Deck or the Streamlabs mobile app instead of buying the actual deck, but don't quote me. It's definitely something to look into, so yeah, I will take any and all info that you've got, suggestions, things like that, because I am still a wee babe. Jinx said, Dragon, yeah. Stream Deck, Steam Deck. If you don't want to get the full deck, they have the mobile apps that do the same thing. Yep. So I am going to have to look into that. Either one, because then I don't want to also like be on my phone. I feel like it's rude. I feel like I'm talking to you guys and you're right here and I'm like, and then like a sound plays. Even though like I don't know. Am I being silly in that? Is that a little silly? Uber Dad! Hello! Uber Dad is waiting on an Uber. Why does this happen in this way? Hopefully you haven't been waiting too long. I remember the last time you were waiting for it was like 40 minutes, right? Bananas and papayas, all of that. Too crazy. So I hope you have a swift ride back, and also I hope that you don't get a driver that's weird, or you don't get a weird like playlist. I want all the best. May you have 5 stars on your rating. Yep, I lost my marbles. I wouldn't blame you, because I would be I was having like low-key secondhand anxiety just as you're telling me this. I don't even know the situation. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Are you home? Are you safe? Blink twice if you need help. She said through the one-way camera. But yeah, it has been what a time. So one of the things that I want to talk about, because I know we've got our drink to make and I've got some ice on the table, and as you guys know, this is the hottest room in the house. So this ice is already starting to change shape. So I will move on the drink probably a little bit faster than usual and switch over. But we have hit it's been enough time and we can talk about Mortal Kombat. Oh, I have been dying, absolutely dying to talk about it. I've been fatalitying to talk about it. Grinch, hello! And you wore the wig. Is this the wig? I do really love it. We were gushing about her when we started. It just feels so nice. Well, because I wore the copper one. It's the Tigra wig, but I've got like the luscious locks, and they're definitely fun. But especially like doing like drinks and stuff, if it's not like pinned back, like long hair that isn't my own, I do not prefer. This is great because now I'm like, oh wow, I'm so free. What's that? Oh, it's my shoulder. Wow. Like I love the freedom that it gives me with this. And like, look at this. Oh my God. It's so fun. I need to stop playing with my wig. Oh my God. Ninja, yeah, I thought I might have missed the MK2 talk. Oh no, sir, you have not. Because it's about to happen now. So, has anyone not seen it yet? Because I do want to be considerate, but also I have been holding my tongue. Hey! Oh my God! Watch streak! Alright, what have we got? Grinch has redeemed wear part of a cosplay. Okay. Ooh. So when I switch over, we'll make our drink. I'll switch over and then get into some piece of a cosplay. I got a little something lying around. Yes. Aw, TK, you haven't seen it yet? Okay. Well, spoiler, there's combat. Just so you know. So I had to take some notes. So I'm gonna go to this because I feel like this is a good jumping off point for everything before I can really get into the nitty-gritty of everything. So I broke them down with like awards. So we've got best fight, best set, worst set, best death, best translation of fighting moves, best car, laugh if you get the joke, worst design, best cameo, best power effect, and best makeup. Because I feel like I wanted to give those moments to the ones that stood out, and I was like, oh, I want to mention this, and I want to mention this. So I'm like, all right, we're going to give awards. We're giving awards here. Walls have not seen it, but I'm okay with spoilers. Alrighty, well, then the spoiling shall begin. So first off, just something about me that's very personal. I love a good font treatment. I love a good font. And just when we got the credits and it had that beautiful combat sunrise gradient font, I was like, okay, this is nice. My issues with the first one, which I can't believe was 5 years ago, or coming up 5 years ago, was just how like detached and like DCU-ified it felt, in addition to Cole just existing. I'll get to him. But in short, not a fan of the first one. Like, there were moments of just kind of like, okay, like, I still get to see something of, like, my game. I'm like, okay, this is my jam. Kind of hate this, really hate this, really hate this, but oh, okay, nice. This one was actually, like, I feel like they kind of, it's not a retcon, but I feel like it was like a spiritual retcon, if you guys know what I mean. Like, I feel like this should have been the first movie, and I would have been so much happier with it. But knowing that we came from something questionable to this is even more exciting. So, starting out, right out of the gate, it's Mortal Kombat. We need to talk about combat. I want to talk about the best fight. And there were some good ones, for sure. But hands down, it is going to Kung Lao and Liu Kang. Everything about it, from the choreography, the beautiful set, we will get to that, and I know CGI, but like stage, literally having the fight, I feel like so well done. I was looking up some stuff about, his name is Max, basing on his last name, but the actor that plays Kung Lao was like a Jackie Chan like stunt double or some sort of affiliation with that, so like he knows his stuff, like, and it showed. And I think I'd read that it took a week for just that sequence. So, and that's without obviously any of the scene or the like the CGI and stuff like that. But that fight was like, I don't use the word like thrilling often, sincerely, but that was thrilling. I was like, this is exactly what I want. They looked great. I feel like the moves that everybody had, flawless, no pun intended. That hat was working overtime, and I'm so happy for him, because I do feel like in the first one, from what I can remember, I was like, this is what we're doing to the grandson of the great Kung Lao? Like this? So I remember being salty about that. So this was, whew, what a comeback. Comeback kid of the year for sure. So yeah, best fight, Maz, you agree. Grinch, the worst thing about MK2 is that it reminds me of MK 2021. Yeah. Indeed. Rilo, just saw it this week too. Oh, okay. I saw, but I was buttoned. The first movie had no tournament. Yeah, Ninja. I don't want to make it about the first one and just me being like angry, because then I'll put double shots of bourbon in it. But I don't know. Maybe I still will. Grinch, is this the Sarah Saturn Awards? Yes, it is. Me and my best friend Johnny Cage are going to be your MCs for the evening, so. My sunglasses are somewhere else. I'm so sorry. It's dim enough. I don't need them. Maz, the first one felt like a prequel setup, more like an issue 0. Yeah, I can kind of see that, but it's just so hard for me to overlook Cole, because I hate him so much. And like, you guys will know that like with my favorite characters, I get very territorial about them. Irrational, yes, but I'm like, in the context of this character, I need to speak on their behalf. And with Mortal Kombat, it was like the collective of a roster of like 20 plus 30 plus fighters, and then they're like, throw an OC in. Like, what? This wasn't some, like, movie that needed the padding where you needed. We need a character that's relatable and down to earth to mix in, to make it all make sense. No! We literally have an entire roster full of people that we would love to see, but you want to spin your wheels at this nothing? Like, I mean, yeah, it was pretty hot, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And I hated him. And I will, Ninja, Cole, Dick Goldberg. That was me in the theater the whole time watching. I was like, who is this guy? Who? And especially because it started so strong with, like, the scene with Hanzo and Bihan. In the beginning, I was like, oh, it's a cinematic event. This is film kunai. Oh, wow, look at it go. And then it just nosedived, and I'm so mad. I'm getting so upset. I'm getting so heated. All that's to say, this one, I feel like just righted a lot of those wrongs. The pacing of it was like, all right, we're going to get you in and give you what you want right out of the gate. Beautiful. And I was like, what? This is all that we wanted. That's what we've been waiting for. Snoopy, hello! We are talking about the Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat 2. Grinch, Cole was vastly improved in MK2. No offense to Lewis 10, his fight with Shao was great. Yeah, especially the ending. Sorry. No, I'll get to him in a little bit. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need my emotional support shadow clone to help me, but he's not here right now. Rilo didn't even know that the main character would be returning, didn't even notice him in the trailer, which I also noticed that, and why I felt like this was the just collective spiritual reboot without being a reboot for that exact reason. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I was gonna get there. Man, oh, I love hating on Cole. It's gonna make this drink taste so good. Okay, so hands down, best fight, choreography, powers from both of them. I don't think they fully unleashed until later, but seeing the fire dragons from Liu Kang, fabulous. It was what I wanted. I was like, look at them go. Powerful, love it. So the best set, perfect timing, is a tie between, obviously, the portal stage in that fight, but the Deadpool stage, I felt like I could smell it. It was gross. It was accurate. It looked like the most immersive, and like we were in a dank crypt kind of area. I'll give honorable mention to the pit. I thought the pit was nice. I liked the spikes. I liked anytime I can get some practical effects, if it's the set or on an actor or a prop. Love that. Grinch, my emotional support shadow clone. Yeah, I just need him to get me through these trying times. He has no flaws, and I need that energy. So, yeah, I love that. And then, obviously, the Deadpool fight, because we're going to bring him up again, is the Shao Kahn Cole fight. I was kind of wondering, and tell me if I've gone out on a limb too far with this one, but yeah, Shao wants power, and like Chinook's amulet, yeah. But was it kind of a low-key joke on like being literally God mode? Because that's what I took from it, which I thought was funny, because he may have, I don't even know, what was Cole's like name anyway? Is he just Cole? The descendant of Scorpion? Like what even? Uber Dad, you're on your way home! Wow, and it isn't, the third Mortal Kombat movie hasn't come out by the time you got home. Wow. Truly, the Elder Gods have blessed us this day. Wow. But, yeah, I feel like the... I don't even know where I was. At the Deadpool scene and, like, that set for the fatality. Oh, Cole's name. He's so forgettable. I forgot about him already. So he has no, like, name, right? He was just, like, Cole. Dumb. Anyway, so I feel that the God mode thing was kind of maybe a joke, but that could be me being delusional. Either way, it works from a narrative perspective, so it's fine. And then to get such a gross and final fatality with like the crush, which is super satisfying. I am glad that we didn't see such a brutal kill for King Gerard, because I liked him and I like that actor too. And I was like, no, please don't hurt him. Like me full on knowing exactly what's going to happen. I'm like, all right, well, Kitana, how's it feel to have a crazy dragon dictator for a dad? Because it's coming. But I'm glad that it was at least just like a stab, because he had done nothing wrong. We love King Gerard at this house. Cole Young, aka Pujinko. Shujinko wouldn't even, I don't even want to put that on him. He does not even get the suffix. Absolutely not. He's just Poo. Cole Young Poo. So that fatality, and then obviously throwing him in the acid, and it is acid, right? It's just bubbling, destructive goo from things unknown. Gross. So I'm glad that he gets that. So that would be best set. Worst set, I thought that the Edenian village was a little bit rough. When we opened up and we see like the palace, I was like, oh, okay, we're getting like what's in my head and like what a lot of the like set art looks like in X even and 11, like tower endings where you see like beautiful Edenia, and it's just like Edenia to me was always like Asgard and Naboo fused with like a slightly Southeast Asian real world influence. Are you guys feeling that as well? But that's how I kind of imagine Edenia. And then the fight takes place in this like weird shanty town Tudor style like homes, and it looks like crusty gingerbread houses. And I was like, this is before Shao Kahn. I would have tolerated it if it was like Edenia and it was nice and oh, the land and the people are prospering, beautiful. And then we hit the scalloped shingled roof once Shao Kahn comes in, and like we can see like the degeneration of Edenia. I think that would have been nice, but I thought that set was really cheap looking, and I did not like it. Only 2 good fatalities in the movie. I agree. I would hire a horror movie director to find film fatality. Yeah, could you imagine if they even just brought on for like consult, like Sam Raimi? That would be great. We would probably get a new fatality that they would put in the next game from the movie. I feel like he's got creative ways to die, and that's what you need. That's absolutely what you need. I did like the failed fatality that was played off as Mercy with Katana and Johnny. I liked that. So what else? So yeah, so that was the worst set. Best death, it's Cole's. Not even gonna elaborate. So best translation of fighting moves. This is where I feel like the movie excelled, personally, because I feel like there were a lot of different movesets that translated really well for the people that were doing them. So I kind of have a tie between Johnny. I think he moved really well, and like the nut punch. Yeah, we knew that was coming, but I really liked the the round off like kick back spring. I don't know terms, but I know what they look like, and I know those combos kicked my ass. But I thought he looked good. I thought Katana also looked good. There was a scene, I think it's the final fight with Shao, where she does like the jump and like the hover with the fans, and I thought that looked cool, and it was like the speed and the timing of it felt like an in-game move. So I thought she was great. And last but not least, my boy looked so good. Noob, fantastic start to finish. Everything from like Noob and Cybot both looked great. I like that they just were like, yeah, we peaked with the MK11 design. Just do that. Yeah, that's great. Love the other ones too, but it's so great because with Cybot, he had that. He had the like MK9 look. And so it pleases everyone. The teleportation, like that kind of like dust ash shadow, had such a cool effect. It's not what I expected. I was thinking it would be more of like a light, like a shadow play type of thing, and it almost looked kind of tangible when he would teleport and do the little vroom. Ninja, you were absolutely correct. MK11, best noob design. Absolutely. And that's why I was like, I need to make this. I need to make this right now. So yeah, I thought the fight was great. I feel like they used him to the max potential with all of the clones. It wasn't just like, okay, here's Noob and we're gonna like do the little shadow, and then he's gonna come back, and then we're gonna get cheap and we're not gonna want to animate the rest. Honestly, I was worried about that. So the fact that we actually got like a good fight with like multiple clones, best. I was squealing I was clapping. I was like, wow, that is my man. Amazing. I could not be happier. So we love that. This is one I thought would be funny. So I said best car. Yeah, there's only one car in the movie. It's Johnny's car because lore drop time. That was my first car. The color and everything. And it was a 95. Because of course my first car would not be a new one, so it was old when I got it, but you know what? She was still beautiful, and I had that car for a long time. But just seeing that was just like, wow, me and Johnny were friends, right? Because we had the same car. This is all real, right? So yeah, so lore drop there. Best design, noob. Discussed. Acknowledged already. Worst design. This one was actually surprising that it was such a bummer. I feel like all of the Revenants, not a good look. Like, they looked... They're gonna say, oh, we wanted it to look realistic, but I think that's also code for lazy, because they could have gone in a lot harder with, like, that grayish look, or even give some, more of like the crackly kind of look, like the sclera lenses, and then like the I haven't slept in 30 days dead look was fine, but also they're moving so fast, and I think we only get like a good close-up on like Sindel for a second and then Kung Lao for a second, so it's like for the most part we're pretty zoomed out. Like, go in harder on the makeup. So I was not happy with that. Grinch, the original Saramobile. Indeed, it got me from Sarah places point A and B. Ninja, I didn't like Quan Chi's look. Yeah, I feel like it was close enough. I have no love for Quan Chi, so it was fine. Fine. I liked him getting razzed on by Kano. I liked Kano definitely more in this one. It was weird that they didn't want to give him the plate around the eye, and I'm guessing it's just like emotive thing, or maybe it was harder to give like the laser animation with it, or they didn't want to CGI. I don't know, but it seems like a weird thing to like leave out for no reason. Maz, Kano's names for Quan Chi. Oh, he was just going to town when he was just like, yeah, don't worry about your eyeliner, you got enough. I was just like, roasted. Good. Grinch, worst design, Quan Chi. Sindel, Shang Tsung, Baraka was okay, but a bit over the top. So I'm just gonna jump around for best makeup. I did give it to Baraka because when I went to go look up the actor, I was like shocked. So you guys, go look up the actor right now. I was presented with this face that I did not see in the movie, and I was like, oh. Like, because usually you can kind of tell that it's like the same person and the same face. This one completely like blew me away, and the fact that it wasn't like a complete CGI mouth, I give them their flowers for that. Here's the thing, and this goes for Melina too, but her crazy Venus flytrap looking mouth that they did, dumb. Anyway, the reality is just it's gonna look dumb a little bit no matter what, but I would rather it look dumb and be like a real prosthetic than like CGI dumb. And I feel like they did just enough, like a little bit like on the inside of his mouth, because obviously you can't have like two sets of like shark teeth as he's talking and then like this human mouth underneath. That would be true nightmares. Like, no. Tarkatan nightmare. Grinch, I love Quan Chi, so I was really disappointed. Okay, fair. You can really tell where they invested their budget. Well, and this, going back to Sindel for a little bit, like, she had no zazz. Like, it was very, like, serviceable. here's the thing. We only get to see one power set, and I feel a lot like Baraka, but that's way harder to ignore. I feel like they didn't do any hair powers because of the looking too cartoonish part. And it's like, okay, we can kind of do like a sonic blast, sort of like, okay. They've got like Black Canary. There have been other references to that type of power that I feel like they were more confident in using versus the, you know, I whip my hair back and forth affair. So I would have liked to have seen it, but I think that's why we didn't see it. But still fine. Grinch. Yeah, I saw this and I'm like, wait, this is the same dude? I thought it was a mistake. Yeah, he's a Polynesian dreamboat, and I'm like, how did we get from here to here? So Baraka is gonna take it for makeup for sure. And I liked all the little Tarkatan kids with their little mouths on. I feel like the translation with the kids was better. Well, probably because they weren't talking. I bet they were probably like flat on the side, so it looked more like how he looks like in game and in art and things, because they didn't need to actually like speak, have that flexibility. So best power effects, because I kept thinking about this and I was like, there's some other, I could get into designs and like costumes a little bit more, but for best power effect, I actually really liked how like the fighter summoning looked, like the kind of like the outline silhouette glow, and then they almost kind of get like the like a you guys will probably know what it is called. It is not flashbang, where like an explosion goes off and like if there's like a chair in the way, you get like the silhouette of the chair and then like all of the ash or gunpowder, whatever, like on the wall. It had to look like kind of like that, which I thought was a really cool and clever way to do the like, all right, you're, you know, choose your fighter, like whoop, getting plucked out. So that was unexpected, but I really liked that. And I really liked Raiden's injury when his throat was slit and like his life force just like being like this like beam ray of like light, like god energy. I thought that was cool. Not what I expected. So I liked that. And then when Jade finally got her act together and broke off the Shao Kahn like tip of her bow staff and actually cracked it and got that emerald glow, that was like, okay, all right, we're in business now. So those three things, and these are all like outside of like the power sets, that I really liked how they looked. So I wanted to address all of them. Uber Dad, you are home eating pineapple slices. Oh, living the life. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Ninja, they had to have watched the Inhumans TV show and said, nah, we can't do Medusa's hair. Yeah, I think it is kind of intimidating unless you do, again, a practical effect. So here's what I would do, and I would just do it for one scene. If you're unsure about it and they're like, okay, if you've got to like sell it to the directors, like do something where you have like a off camera, like long piece of hair with like some wire underneath, and you get like a quick shot that's really fast, kind of blurred, of like just a whip, and then like a hard cut to like, excuse me, Sonya like grabbing her neck, like as the hair is just like pulling. And that's just two people, you know, pulling these crazy long extensions, but you can still get that. You see the power. That's what I would have done. I feel like there's a way you can cheat it and do it just enough that still doesn't look like, you know, you've got this crazy, yeah, like so like Medusa effect, underwater hair in Aquaman. Mercy. Grinch, Sindel was especially disappointing because of the respect they put on her with 9, 11, and 1. They made her the new Nitara. Well said. Well said. And then in the game, in MK1, they made Nitara look like, God, Oh, that was so disappointing. Anyway, we won't have to go there. We won't have to go there. Grant, you want Sindel / Medusa's hair. Watch The Bride with white hair. I wanted to see it. I actually haven't seen it, so I'll definitely get to that. But, well, I'm so glad we got a chance to discuss something that's been burning me up. So I am going to actually get our recipe together, finally. And we can start pouring this drink, because yeah, my ice is, it's going fast. It's going fast. And we've got a brand new bottle to open. So there's going to be some lovely, lovely sounds in a second here. Fabulous. All right. So we are going to be making tonight a New York sour. And this one might be kind of tricky because this is technically a float. So main ingredients up here, obviously whiskey sour. So you have your whiskey, wine. This is a red blend. This is a Cab Merlot. And yep, Cab Merlot, simple syrup, lemon juice. With the option, if we wanted to do egg whites just to get it really frothy for the float part. I don't think it needs it, and I didn't want to, it kind of makes me uneasy. And like, I'll order floats and like, I'll get stuff, you know, with like an egg white ingredient or, you know, even base for some, but I got scared. I was like, I don't know about that. So we're gonna just jump in, and I want to, get us our lovely opening. Ooh. Don't fight me now. There we go. Oh, sounds like a fatality. Oh, beautiful. That was someone's neck. That was someone being freed from their spine. Love that. All right, so bourbon first, or whiskey. 2 ounces. Oh, she's got a good lug. That's so satisfying. All right. So 2 ounces of this. And we're gonna do 1 ounce of lemon juice. ASMR bottles. Oh, you know. It is one of my favorite things. Alright, simple syrup is 3/4 of an ounce. And we're gonna stop here. We're gonna wait on the wine. So with these all mixed up, and I've got, you can kind of hear some ice that is already in the shaker. So we are going to give this a good chilly shake. It's crazy how cold it gets. All right, and then I've got ice in my cup already. Give that a good shake. Get a good pour. Very nice. And you know what? I think the ice melting threw off my measurement. So you know what? I'm gonna take a stealing sip. It's not stealing. This is sampling so that we can get our wine in. Takes me back. I haven't had a whiskey sour in a minute. We were dead. Why did the thought of an alcoholic Slurpee come to mind? I don't know, but keep talking, because that sounds great. Summer is upon us. Nesto, hello. The tunes are vibing. That xylophone noise. Yep, I am the royal tester. I need to make sure that the queen is not poisoned by this. This is really good, just as is. But... All right, wine time. And so for the wine, it's just a half an ounce, but again, I wanted to this nice pop. I love it. But I wanted to have enough space in this, and hopefully this will work out. So I got my bar spoon up here. So if I do it correctly, we are going to pour this very carefully, very delicately, and so that you guys can see. Over the spoon to hopefully sit on top of the drink and make it a punch. Yay! We've got separation. So, little spill, but that's okay. Look at our, you know what? We're gonna come close. I'm proud of this. Look at that separation. Beautiful. So, wine sits right on top, and it is like a half and half. I know with the lights, it's kind of, it's already kind of a little bit red. This is ambient amber, I'm calling it. So, New York Sour, which is basically like a whiskey sour, but with a dry red specifically on top as a float. Happy anniversary, Lydia! This is for you! Yay! That's my applause. When you shake a shaker, it's just applause coming back to you. And we love that type of support and confidence in our drink. Oh, you are welcome, Fran. I'm not gonna lie. This is not what I expected, but it's so good. Going with like a dry wine with the sour, because like dry and sour go well together, but I never would have thought like, oh, a wine with a whiskey sour? Really? Not what I expected. Super good. It has like a rich kind of taste, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like bourbon can be rich, but then the lemon juice gives it that like that tartness, obviously, and kind of takes the richness out. The wine puts it back in. So this is very good. Actually, Lydia, I think you would like this one, and it's super easy. Again, a red wine, whiskey, lemon juice, simple syrup. That's it. Shake them up, and then do the slow pour on top to get the nice separation. Nesto, Royal Tester. Ah! Thank you so much! Here we go! Baka! Thank you! Yes! We love those bits! Cheers! Cheers! I hope if you are not having a New York Sour, I hope you're having something else delicious, or if you can make one, then come on and make one with me, and we will sip this together. Thank you so much. Yeah! We love it. Grinch, now we're fancy. Oh yeah, listen, the fact that it's still separating, like, I am pleased. I am absolutely pleased. Woo, woo, woo. Uber Dead, a Long Island iced tea with visible layers in slushy slurpee form. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's about colored layers. That's kind of the theme tonight. Kind of the theme. You know what? I need to get some more whiskey ASMR. Are we ready for a nail click? So wonderful. And that's how it tastes going down. And since I've got a little extra in here, I might make a second one. We are gonna see how it goes. Yes! Uber Dead with the alternating alien and Squidward. Absolutely. Ugh, this is what we need. Absolutely what we need. Grinch, this reminds me of the frozen wine margaritas you had at Movie Tavern. Oh, well, even better. Well, we're talking about movies, and then we've got drinks that are reminiscent of the movies. Or the theater. Movie theater. Nesta, the Royal Tester. This tastes like really good... Oh, dies. But, you know, you could say that, you know, he died the way he lived. And you're like, what took her out? You're like, it was wine. You're like, well, so true of her. Okay. That's right. Oh, so good. So, I still have to wear part of a cosplay. We are about at our time to switch over. So in preparation for what's to come, we're not going to be spinning something that I don't think anyone could have guessed this one. No one's going to see this one coming. But this is a New York sour, yes? New York, specifically. And talking about Mortal Kombat and the inherent detached reality and cheese that just goes with the territory. You know, like an over-the-top death of someone getting cleaved in half vertically and splitting open like a fountain at the Bellagio. I mean, there is artistry in that. So, I feel like that influenced my choice as well for something that would also be a little bit related to New York and a little bit related to some absolute cheese fest in the best way. TK, have you seen Mando yet? Yes. I thought it was very cute. Music was great. If I could play like the Mando soundtrack, that was up there. Anytime we get to see like a city, and it wasn't even Coruscant that we got to see, like I'm always all for it. Absolutely love it. Oh, this is super good. All right. Oh, I don't want to step away. I want to wait for an ad to come in. And then, actually, have we had an ad? And have I just been yapping over it? It may have come in when I was like, I hate coal! Oh my god. Maybe. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. I am going to be pouring one more. You know, tomorrow's Friday, as it often is when it's Thursday. And I feel like, and I mentioned this before, like I feel like this stream and like hanging out with you guys and making drinks, like feels like just like precursor to like happy hour. And it's so nice. So thank you guys for chatting. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's still new. It's still fresh and fun. And I absolutely love it. So thank you. Yeah, Scorsese as the food vendor guy. Yeah, well, you know, he loves making fun of the tentpole movies, but he likes getting paid by them. And I respect that. Absolute paycheck. Speak on it, man. Walls, it is absolutely an early weekend starter. And it's wonderful. Like, it makes the weekends even better because I feel like it starts earlier. So I'm like, yeah, it's like a 3-day weekend. Because I feel like this is like a Friday, hanging out with you guys, making cocktails. And then when Friday comes, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it's still like, you know, a weekday. It doesn't feel like it. Happy, joy, our whiskey sour. Oh, we absolutely love it. Well, New York sour. Must say so. TK, what score would you give it? I gave it a 4.5. For Mando? I'm gonna give it a 3.5. A little bit lower. The things that I liked And again, I know that we're pretty still in spoiler territory. I try to give it the 2 weeks for people to see it. But the things that were highlights for me, spoiler free: music, locations, set pieces, choreography, and crazy. Did you guys hear that? I think fireworks are going off. There's some type of Star War that's happening outside. Hello, Jay. Welcome in. Lydia. Ooh, I hear it. Yeah, we started talking about Star Wars, and now I'm under attack. Great. Oh my god. I take back what I said about Kylo Ren. No, I don't. Just be glad I didn't sing. I hope it's just that. Yeah, you know, you never know. Phoenix is questionable. I feel like any city within like the top 10, it's like fireworks, gunshots. Who's to say? But yeah, no, it's got that fizz. It's got that effervescence in the air that it's definitely of a pyrotechnic variety. So we're safe for now. Phew. But hello, Jay. Happy Thursday to you, sir. Uber Dad, you're doing an opening in the morning after closing? Oh, that's dirty business. I hated that. Again, retail horror story time. It's like, oh yeah, you want to close down? I'm like, well, why don't I just sleep here? Is that what you're asking me to do? You want me to sleep here? You want me to live here? Then I'll live here. Fine. Crazy. And Chevy, hello. Happy Friday for when you get to it. We're already here. How is Friday for those in the southern hemisphere? And it's what, autumn for you, yes? How is your autumnal time, my Australian watcher? Yeah, they're just going to town over here. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, it's Thursday! Woo! They're just really big fans that, you know, you guys are here on this stream. It's a lot of support. It's a very supportive community. They're Jubilee fans. They're just late. Uber Dead, the extra snap, crackle, pop. Well, yeah. Oh, this is beyond anything cereal could ever hope for. Jedi, there is a difference between fireworks and gunshots. Oh yes. Oh yes. TK, sad about Joanne's being gone. Color matching fabrics is a turd. Absolutely. Also, side note, I like that Twitch censored the horrific word turd from me that I had to approve coming through. So, oh, mine virgin eyes, turd. It almost took me out. But yeah, I have 800 reasons to be sad about Joanne's being gone. I try not to mention it every stream, but I end up mentioning it every stream, without fail. It is collectively like the worst thing that could happen to like US-based cosplayers and creators of all types. Absolute worst. I hate it so much. And then losing Party City. And then for us, locals in Arizona, losing Easley's. So Easley's was like, if Party City... Hang on, I feel like I need to channel a really good analogy for this. I feel like if Party City became... If Party City had Shinnok's amulet, that's what Easley's was like. And it was amazing. Also, my aunt worked there, and so like going to see my tia was always great. And now that's gone. So it really is just like 2 or 3 local places, and that's just catastrophic. And I hate that. I hate it so much. I better drown my sorrows in this delicious drink. Ugh. Now wait a New York minute. This is the best thing I've made in a long time. Seriously, this is like the Ouzo lemonade was another surprise that kind of had this, and I think because they both have like the lemon base, they play well together and similar. obviously, because they both have like a sour profile. But mixing it with the wine, and I can taste the wine. Usually I don't do blends. I actually picked this up from Sprouts the other day, and it didn't just say like red blend. And it's like, okay, it's a blend. Like, of what? Tell me. This actually says, oh, Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. So, oh, well, I like both of those things. Well, yeah, I'll do this blend if this is what's in it. Okay. So, having tasted it last night, it was really good. I had it with some tabbouleh and hummus. So having it last night, the memory is still there for this wine, and I can still taste it over this very nondescript bottle of bourbon / whiskey that I'm sure no one has ever seen before. Again, if somebody wants to sponsor me, then they'll get their labels. But until then, you get nothing. you lose. Good day. Uber Dead, I don't love anyone there like that. Needs decompression time. Oh no, what needs decompression time? Chevy, it is wet and cold and completely un-Australian. Well, it's good to have variety though. Because I feel like the majority of, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the majority of Australia that is inhabited, because the outback is vast and not inhabited mostly, I feel like is very, very similar to southern Arizona and like southeastern California, Nevada. Very, very similar. Grinch, sorry, Uber Dead, I'm doing the same thing. Yes, Dragon, we have hype for Thursday. So TK, where do I go for fabric now? I pray to the elder gods. I ask Lord Raiden to show me the way through Etsy, mostly, and through making it myself. I'm not over here on a loom. Let's get that out of your mind. But the screening and printing, so not just like the spider suits and things, like I have made my own like textures that I've wanted and gotten those printed. So for something that's a very, very specific pattern, I've just gone and created it digitally, send it out to get printed, and wait for it to come back to me. Great tool, tactic, especially for achieving the look that I want. But with all of that process, again, it's like a 2-week lead time before you get it. And then you got to make sure that it is what you're looking for. And then you got to make sure that you actually ordered enough. Because if you didn't, that's a whole nother 2 weeks. Boom, your project timeline has extended a month, basically. Because there's no additional source for fabrics that are present and local. Catastrophic. Lydia, I loved Easley's. I know. I loved going to Easley's with you. And now you're both gone. Why? Uber Dead. Party City is in Staples now. Why? Are there still some, like in the country? Are there still some Party Cities somewhere in some city? A city of party, if I may. I just lost Hancock fabric years ago, and I was so numb when Joann's left. Ugh, cringe, I feel you. My girlfriend says, when in doubt, add lemon juice. She is correct. And that's with anything. Savory dish, add lemon. Sweet dish, add lemon. Cocktail, add lemon. Love it. Oh, Ninja, you must retire for the evening. Good night. Have a fantastic evening. I know it is getting late. I'm so bummed you won't see what we're spinning. But I can make a little post. I'll share a little bit on Instagram for what we listened to tonight. Grinch, your spider suits and Zentais are awesome. I still want to get one for Skullomania. Oh, well, thank you. And also, I can't wait for that. Now, do you have enough time? I would definitely say, depending on what printer you're going to, give it at least a month. At least. The good thing is that we're after Lunar New Year, so if you're ordering from any of the shops that are like based in Asia, because they usually take like a 2-week hiatus for the holiday. So that really affects WonderCon. I learned that the hard way, so that's just my preface. But now that we're past that, I think just a month lead time should give you enough. So I'm not sure when your event is, but all right, guys, we're gonna finish this up. Oh, I thought it would be more. All right, well, this is like 2 sips. I'm just gonna guesstimate with this. It's not gonna float, but you know, just a little pour. Now it just is like really weird wine. Another walls. You know, I don't want to waste. Like, being wasteful is the worst. Absolutely not. Grinch, my world famous in my mind. Oh, I'm sure they're good. Creme brulee sugar cookies. Creme brulee sugar cookies. I haven't even heard. It's taking my breath away. I haven't even heard of such a thing, but this sounds amazing. But they were improved when I added lemon extract. Yeah, lemon and like pepper are 2 of those things that you're like, oh, I don't think this recipe would call for it, but it really brings it out. So Monday, right, I had talked about, because I had my delicious wine, and I talked about making a pasta with a vodka sauce. And for those that don't know, like, yes, like it is vodka that is in the sauce because it helps bring out the tomato and the basil and gives it that just amplified flavor. Totally makes all the difference. And the cream gives it that like sweetness too. The cream that I had, which again, this was very impromptu. I was like, I'm craving this. I'm just gonna see what I've got. So it was an almond creamer that was sweet cream. So it wasn't even like an unsweetened. But with the vodka, and I used a, not a marinara base, but I used a carbone base, or maybe carbone. I don't know, Italian, Spanish. I'm a carbone. Really mixed well, and it wasn't like, oh, this is like a sweet sauce. Like, makes all the difference. So lemon, absolutely can understand. Grinch, not trying to build anything else for cons, but I feel that I'm already lying to myself. You are. You're lying to all of us. Everyone here in the lounge, in the bar, we're all witness to your lies, and we don't appreciate it. So why don't you just come clean, be honest, and say that you're gonna make more stuff. I shake my bar spoon at you. Make more stuffs. Do it. Do it. And on that note, because I know we're a little bit past our halfway point, I've got a little bit of a cosplay to change into, and we've got a vinyl to put on. So I'm going to get that underway, and I will be right back, and I'll meet you guys in the lounge. And I've sprouted some wings. They are a little bit unruly in this space, but, you know, that's okay. Give me them wings. They keep wanting to, because I'm not used to, like, sitting with them, so they keep wanting to, like, spin and pivot. But these are Wasp 2.0 wings that will eventually become 3.0, depending on what I want to do with them. But I really like that these have a, as you can see, very metallic foil. But they do look very like butterfly, like fairy type. So that was the only thing that I was like, not sure would be exactly what I'm looking for long term for a replacement. My other wasp wings, which I still have, like the OG set, they are metal. So I'll probably never be able to travel with them because they are like actually like welded. My dad tack welded them together. And they have like a plate that they are fused to. So they can't break down. They don't fold. They don't bend. They're stuck as they are. So I was like, I want something that's a little bit lighter and something that I might be able to travel with. So one of my friends who makes amazing wings, and she usually does, obviously, like fairy wings, made these for me. And I commissioned her, and I was like, I need some new wings. I need a fresh look on life. And yeah, so I have these shiny ones, and it's pulling my shirt up because it like slides in to just like your like the back of your shirt, so you can kind of move it and reposition it. But with that, it definitely pulls up the shirt, but you know, still works. Still works. Jay, look who fluttered in. It was me. It was me the whole time. Traveling with wings? What a twist. Yeah, so I can't say the joke like, I just flew in from Phoenix and boy, are my wings tired. Like, they're like, no, they were in carry-on. And I'm like, don't hurt me like that. Not in front of my New York Sour. Oh. I do feel like more cosplay than usual because I already have the wig on and with the wings. I'm like, all right. It's just going to be that kind of night, which I love. For those of you that are tuning in for part 2 of our spin and sip, we have sipped our New York Sour, which is like a whiskey sour, but with red wine, a dry red wine on top. I did not make this one pretty and accurate, but I was just thirsty. So, cheers to me for cocktail remnants. Walls. I love that. Yeah, I did it on a wing and a hair. Listen, there's so much of cosplay that is like a wing and a prayer you don't even know. Especially now when it's like, okay, we've got like all of the odds are stacked against us for getting things done like on time, on budget. Like there's so many things that can go wrong with a build now and that are so much harder to fix. Whew. Stress. It's stress, but in the best way. TK, question for you. How do I send you a gift via mail, P.O. Box? I don't have a P.O. Box anymore. I had one for a long time, but then it was only used like once a year. It was not often. So I don't have one anymore. So for any wonderful gifts, which I appreciate the thought very much, digital would definitely be best because I have no way of receiving it right now. So, and then with Amazon being crazy, and as of, I think it was March, they changed their third-party seller agreements. So they're like, oh, there's a chance that, you know, we could potentially disclose your address to these third-party sellers. Oh, okay. So I don't want that. So as of right now, Throne is the only one that is like actually good for gifts, and they have been wonderful. I got on with them a couple years ago and very happy with them. TK, dang, it was a custom 3D print I designed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, if you see me in person, I don't know where you are located, but I'll be at Fan Fusion. I will be at Dragon Con. I will be at maybe AX. That was actually one of the things that I was looking into today because I'm trying to plan how July is going to go, and I still don't exactly have a definite yes or no for that. But maybe that. And then very, very likely LA Comic-Con. So I don't know what part of the country you are on, but the closest that I will get to the East Coast would be Atlanta for Dragon Con. Grinch, I missed the P.O. box. Oh, I'm so sorry. TK, yes, I will have a booth at PFF. I am back this year as a guest, so I will be plunked down for 3 days. And I'll be posting my lineup when I have it, but I'm pretty sure that I've locked in what I want to do. So most likely it's going to be Megan on Friday, Coupe on Saturday, and for sure my Baldur's Gate 3 character on Sunday. Because I'm doing my photo op with Neil. And we're going to be friends. Oh, okay. Great. If you're going to the con, then perfect. And that is awesome. So thank you so much. And speaking of 3D prints, and speaking of PFF, I almost said PDF. New York Sour, you're creeping up on me. I'm gonna call you a Yonkers Sour. Mercy. This is what I have been working on. Aw, how convenient that it was right here and in frame. Lydia, I was waiting for you to emerge. Thank you. Oh my god, I didn't mean to like yell. Oh. See, since I'm in my tiny form with my wings, I just have to yell so that I can propel my voice loud enough. Oh, you've got to go. You've got to go work a job. Thank you. We'll have a great night. Hopefully you will be in the next chat, but definitely I'll see you at PFF. It's coming in close. It's like next week, right? Actually, wait. Oh my god. Is it next week? This is me literally pulling up a calendar. Yeah! Next Friday! It's coming in soon. Coming in soon. So, but yeah, I got a beautiful, very, very fine print, what is that stuff called? Alcohol. Huh. Alcohol marker for coloring and painting this astral prism. So that was finished. So now I am officially done. So I want to show that to you guys. So I will be free from Saramorphosis one more day. But if I turn into a mind flayer, like, don't tell anyone. Just be like, Sarah left to live a glamorous life. And then I'll just be like... But they won't know. I mean, I'll still wear my wings. I'll just be like a squid fairy. And squid fairy. There's no better segue than that, let me tell you. It's also really not. So you guys ready what we're going to be spinning and listening to? So we got New York, right? Our New York Sour. We talked about Mortal Kombat and over-the-top cheese that is just inherent, and also, like, who doesn't love cheese? Come on. So this is what we're going to be not jamming, but listening to. It is indeed the acclaimed 1975 album Spider-Man: Rock Reflections of a Superhero. Please, for those that are unfamiliar, share your joy in this incredible album. Lydia, this is the Holy Grail. I mean, look at these beautiful sailor. They're not even like boot cut. Those are like bell bottoms. Like, Peter, I want to know, and you can tell, like, this is 100% Aunt May's house. Like, obviously. The chair has a doily on it. Okay? Like, this is the house of someone that says Pussy Willow unironically. For sure. But he's reflecting on who he is. Jay, oh, just wait. Just wait. What in the what? Oh, it is an adventure for the senses. New York's finest. So this album, a beautiful variety album. I wish I could say identifiable names, but a lot of studio artists for sure, and we can take a deeper dive into that once we put this in. Jay, I might even upgrade that to a what? Oh, this boy ain't right. That's for sure. But that's why we love him. He's not right, he's broke, but he's got a lot of responsibility. And we love that in a man. So, go Peter. I've just got to show you guys this amazing art. And this is art all by John Grinch. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. So we can see some of that. Of course, Stan Lee appears as himself, but art by John Romita. Iconic. Look at him. Look at him feel it. He is just like in it. You know, he's like, I am living the dream of like the iPod commercial before I even knew. But for some reason, even though this is 1975, I feel like he's listening to like, what a feeling, do do. Yeah, oh, this is Senior. Yeah, there's no John Jr. on this one. No little Johnny. Does it have the Ramones? No, there is no one that is like identifiable on this. So we will take off the condom and we're going in raw. I really enjoy Silver Surfer on keyboards, sitting on it backwards like he's like Linus or something. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing in your little metallic panties? But I love it. Luke Cage looks like cool as hell. Like, no notes. No notes on Luke. Jedi, gotta go. Much love. Shots inbound. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I'm glad that you at least get to see this majesty. It's so beautiful. Fantastic Four. They're coming for the Jackson 5. And, I don't like seeing a man this buff on a violin. I feel like he's gonna break it. I'm stressed. And Cap on tambourine is also crazy, but I also get that it is the most like Shield-like, so I respect that. Moz, for a second I thought this was something else. I thought we need a vinyl of some of the 67 cartoon music. That would be incredible. Listen, that theme song holds up 100%. Absolutely love it. Anytime there's a cover, I'm like, But, yeah, trumpet, Mighty Thor. I love Thor on the trumpet. I feel like somewhere Loki is laughing his ass off at this. Like, because I know I am. So I just need you guys to just be locked in for what we're about to listen to. Absolutely incredible. So before I put this on, I am going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat so that you guys will have have some beautiful audio to go with your perfect Thursday. And again, this was a 1975 release. For whatever reason, Stan Lee was like, I want to make a rock opera album with Spider-Man. It's like, oh, all right then. Oh my God. Absolutely crazy. So that is pinned to the chat, so you guys can jump in and listen to that playlist. I think this one does have just like the theme at the end, so I think it'll show 23 or 24 tracks, but the actual vinyl is just 23. So we will go ahead and dig into this amazing, profound reflection of who Peter really is at his core in 1975. So let's throw some vinyl on. Let's get some vinyl in the picture. There we go. We got to see the record spin. That's the whole fun of it, right? So here we are, side one. All right, and let's drop the needle on this bad boy. Already. So I'm going to give you guys some spoilers just for a little bit because I realize that we're already at like, it is 8:36 p.m. on a school night. But we will get through the whole album. But I do want to just give a quick spoiler. This first track is called High Wire. One, fantastic name. I feel like it is the most rock opera title that you could absolutely have. Whoa, Ghosty in the chat. It has been a minute. Hey there, Faye. Well, hey there. Let me see. Well, if you are Faye, I want to say that you're my boo's boo, but the boo. No, we can't like that. It's already taken. I don't want the Flintstones to sue me. Okay. You're always my ghost with the most. Oh my god. Either way, I'm gonna think of something, and it's gonna come to me, of course, off stream. But we're listening to Your Bae right now in his beautiful debut album. Look at him. Look at your man. Look at him. Look at his rock reflections. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, no, Pete's, look at him, look at his pants. I don't know why I keep fixating on the pants. Again, I know it was 1975, but it's crazy thinking that this album came out 5 years before Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, because that was 80. And I feel like this is like, so it's like a completely different time period, even though it was just 5 years. 5 years goes by now, and I'm like, oh yeah, the first Mortal Kombat movie, and I can't be like, oh wow, 2001, wow. And it's like, yeah, you were there. You were mad then. You're mad now. Grinch, Funky Phantom. Oh, the funkiest. Oh, Walls. Is that a drink on the dresser? Let's take a look. You know, since we have decided that this is indeed Aunt May's house, I feel like this has absolutely got to be like a jar for like, hang on, how can I get this position? There we go. I feel like this has got to be a jar for like penny candy or something. This little bit right here. I wouldn't even say like a swear jar, because like Peter would never. She would never. Aunt May doesn't even know, like, any curse words. She even skips over them in the Bible, okay? She's a saint. Jay, I mean, I guess I'm the most surprised that Peter has a full-length mirror. No, well, this is Aunt May's house. And she, you know, she wants to look prim and proper from head to toe. And she is a lady of pure class. And Peter is just like, I want to take that, but just stand in it with my hands behind my back like I'm garçon waiting for orders and think about my life. Like, also, what kind of dress shirt is that fitted that it's like hugging your back in this way? Peter, what is this outfit? I have to know. I mean, I'm not mad, but I just have to know. Ghost. That's totally Pond's cold cream. You are absolutely correct. God, cold cream. You're so right, though. It absolutely is. Or it's like a complete like powder puff, like face powder with an actual like poof. Love it. Anytime I see a perfume with an atomizer, the little squish, I'm like, wow, you're so fancy. Walls makes a mean wheat cake. Oh, we love Aunt May's wheat cakes. Oh my God. I love that you brought that up. Beautiful. Candle, maybe. But, you know, maybe that's where she keeps her wheat cake recipe. She's just like Mr. Krabs about it and keeps that secret recipe under lock and key. Jay, there is definitely a doily of some fashion atop that dresser. Listen, I know Aunt May's house smells like Marie Callender's all the time. It doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter the season, it just smells like that. And I know you guys know what I mean. This is so good. Ghosty, we made a New York sour, which is like a whiskey sour, but with wine. And you pour in the wine on top in a very slow and delicate fashion after mixing the rest of the drink. And it floats on top. And we got a beautiful sunrise, a nice gradient from the Merlot Cab Red to the, I don't know, what color is a whiskey sour? Watered down citron color. So it's like a very nice gradient. Very pretty. But I cannot wait. I think it's on this side still. And for those of you that did not see the art on the backside, that is indeed Thor playing the trumpet. Black Panther is going in entirely too hard. He's in like a complete like squat with this electric guitar, and I love that for him. Cap on the tambourine. Again, it is the most Shield-like. Fantastic Four about to do they're like coming for like the Osmonds, I feel. Jackson 5, Fantastic Four, same thing. Silver Surfer Linus. And also Luke Cage looks cool as fuck. Thor or Hulk looks ridiculous. I feel like he's just way too big to play anything, but therefore I love it. Jay, why is Silver Surfer playing piano like that? Because he loves, or wait, not Linus. Have I been saying Linus? It's Schroeder, right? Oh my God. Someone please from the Charles Schultz estate, please correct me. Is it Schroeder that plays the piano? Not Linus. Linus has the blanket, right? Oh my God. Have I misspoke? Now everyone on Twitch thinks I'm an idiot. Can't have them thinking that. You don't know your Peanuts characters, you monster. Schroeder on piano. Okay, thank you. It came to me and I realized that I'm like, I've been saying Linus, I think, this whole time. Schroeder. There we go. Thank you. But yeah, I think he was just too ashamed to be a part of this amazing musical production. So he wanted to face away from the audience, which is really unfortunate because I would have loved to have seen him like play all in, like Jerry Lee Lewis style Silver Surfer. Yes, Schroeder. Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Ghosty, where did you even find this record? I don't remember where this was actually obtained, but this was a physical buy. So this came from a local record shop. This was not an online purchase. And I am thankful. So I do not remember where exactly this was obtained from, but yeah, I think you missed Peter jamming out really hard. Look at him feeling it. He loves it. Falcon was also unexpected. I think he's just doing the hand claps, like he's just like, yeah, hand clapping. Oh wow, bless. Needs more cowbell. Needs more hand clap. It's like, I need those falcon, like beating the falcon wings is like a clap, clap. It's so silly and it's so absurd. But listen, once we get to... Oh God, where is it? Side 2. Side 2 will give us the incredible, incredible musical masterpiece known as Dr. Octopus. And... spoilers, the song is like a dream sequence. So you already know it's going to go off the rails. But boy, does it go off the rails. It's, oh, walls. I know. I'm hearing Stan. And I love that, like, he's always been like, yeah, can I do something for Spider-Man? I'm there. Like, he was always down for literally anything, including making an album like this. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I did see the news about the random, like, hologram / AI type thing that they're trying to do with him. They have permission from the estate, so that's on them. But personally, I hate it. I hate even what they did at LA Comic Con, which used to be known as Stan Lee's Kamikaze, bringing him back for, like, even though it was like an exhibit. I hate it. It just has a bad taste for me personally. I feel like if you want to see, like, oh, some stuff with Stan, like he's still here, just go watch some. Like, just go watch it. Do yourself a favor and Google Spider-Man and MJ wedding with Stan Lee. It's incredible. You know what? No, don't even Google it. I'm going to do that work for you so that you can absolutely witness all of the beauty that that is in this very official, very televised event. I think it was like during like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Oh my God. It's giving me clips from the movie and the show and literally everything else. No, no, no. We want TV. Okay, beautiful. Oh no, this was at Shea Stadium in 1987. So everyone, please do yourself a favor and watch the complete cringe in the best way of Spider-Man's wedding that Stan did. And like the fact that if there's even one person in the chat that was like, oh, I didn't even know this happened. Like, just like that, you can still like experience this person that is no longer able to make content anymore because they are no longer with us, but you can still discover something new about them without it being a backbone of zeros and ones, you know? These are my thoughts on the matter. I would rather just hear from the man himself, have my Excelsior, and have my physical media. So good. So our New York Sour with our New York boy. But back to Dr. Octopus. So the whole song is a dream sequence. And please, please, please listen to the lyrics. Because it absolutely does indicate that Thor gets turned into a go-go dancer. I'm not even going to elaborate. I'm just going to let you listen to it when we get to side 2. I'm going to adjust my wings on the matter. Grinch, is there a drink called Excelsior? Probably. If not, then I'll make one. Let's see. Excelsior cocktail. Oh. Oh, it absolutely is a real thing. They call it the Excelsior or Excelsior Ruby. Is a vibrant ruby-hued cocktail that balances gin, citrus, elderflower. Yes, the elderflower and Aperol add a touch of sweetness and a subtle bitterness, making it a bright botanical favorite, which makes sense if you're using gin. So depending on the guide or the recipe, you'd be looking at gin, an orange red aperitif, probably like Campari or Italian red bitter liqueur, lime juice, and elderflower. That sounds absolutely right up my alley. Ghosty, you have the stuff to make this? You should make it. Listen, so we're celebrating one thing today. Today is Lydia's 4-year anniversary, so we cheers to her and her happiness and goodness. And I'm going to cheers to you, and you can't smack me for doting upon you. You applied for a new job, and I feel like you are going to crush it. So everyone clap for Ghosty. Yeah, you are going to get it, and you are going to be fantastic. I am sending you the Boogie Brigade. 100%. I can't really throw my back into it because I got the wings. Oh, wait, no, maybe. Oh, they're just helping. Oh, yes, yeah. They're going a little bit to the side, but you know what? That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that's right. We love to see it. Walls, you are right. Grinch, you are right. Jay, you are right. Yeah. So happy anniversary to Lydia again. Lydia, become alcoholics for me. JK. No, I'm not joking. I'll do it for real. Because I care. So we celebrate the wonderful union of two wonderful beings and the union of a beautiful being and a beautiful paycheck, because that's really what we celebrate when someone gets a new job. So, yay! All the claps. I feel like this is a recipe. Well, now, should I make this drink? Given the name and given the fact that it's come up in chat on stream, I feel like this is the most cosplay drink, right? Unless I was just making something for fun. This is a known drink called Excelsior? Should I make this? Oh my god! Grinch, you have redeemed make a cocktail? Okay. I think the elder gods have spoken to us. To me, Lord Raiden. To me, Lord Raiden. This is my hat. So next week, we're going to make the Excelsior! And, I don't know, maybe watch Mallrats and look at Stan Lee being all hilarious. Okay. So next week, we'll make a cocktail. It will be the Excelsior. That is a gin-based cocktail. I don't know what album will pair with it. Obviously, this one would be, painfully perfect. Again. But, maybe I can find something else that will work just as well. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Fly, badass fly. Absolutely. How exciting. And you've been, cleaning up with these thread counts, Grinch. Got the cosplay and a cocktail. Oh my god. If it wasn't so late in the stream, I would definitely make it right now. Because I have everything. Actually, let me take inventory. Hang on. I have everything to make this. So, beautiful. Thank you. Love that for me. Because let me tell you, these drinks are expensive. Not as expensive as going out, though. When I think about it, it's yeah, I love to go out, get a cocktail, because still they're making it with a different inflection or a little bit of a different recipe. They're doing it properly. I usually don't do garnish on the channel just because, again, cost. I would have to get a fresh lemon every day, and I just don't have the time to do that, and it's not always sustainable. But I I definitely like being able to like buy like a complete bottle or even like a handle of a cocktail or a liquor or a liqueur, and it's like almost the same price as an actual cocktail going out, depending on where you're going. All right, flipping for side 2. So that said, such a beautiful. This was a well-loved vinyl as well. Like it is, I feel like almost like a near mint. Honestly, like there aren't too many scratches or anything like that. So I feel like the original owner was like a collector or someone that just really, really took care of their records. But either way, their care is in my care, and I take care of all my vinyl. Everybody gets a little sweep. I have my little sweeper, and I've got a little cleaner, so they get handled. They're obviously inside, but it's amazing. A certain vinyl, like if you get like a nice like 180 gram, even in like heat and not the best storage situations, like they'll still hold up. So it does make a difference. I was reading a couple articles about like more recent vinyl and like modern vinyl, and unfortunately a lot of the, or not a lot, but a good amount of pressers now are not pressing to high quality because it is done under the assumption that the product is just for collectors and will never actually be played. So like when you think about like the grooves on the record, sorry, we're going in. So when you think about the grooves in the record, whenever you have an album with a lot of bass, especially on a, like this is a very, very entry mid-range player, right? But it's perfect for what I need and does the job, but it's not like nice. So those grooves, the needle doesn't really read them in the same way to translate what bass sounds like to our ears. And so sometimes you'll get skipping on records with a lot of bass. With lower end or cheaper players too, the arm doesn't have the weight that a more, a more pricey player would have. So it doesn't keep it in line to register, again, that extra bass and that extra depth that you might get. So if you're looking at like, oh, like a CD player is a CD player, yeah, that's going to be pretty universal. But with vinyl and like record players, it does make a difference depending on what you're playing and what you're playing it on. So my other player, because I have this one, and they're both Victrolas, but the one that is not mobile, like this one, because this one I can close up, it's got a little handle, but it is on the lower end. It's convertible, it's economic, but I will get some skips sometimes from this one that I don't on my stationary, heavier player. So just something to think about. That said, older vinyl sometimes will play just as well, if not better, than modern vinyl, because it's a lot of the modern ones can be made for show and like, oh, you listen to it once for the novelty and that's the extent of the experience, versus like, oh, I want to put on an album to listen to because this is how I want to enjoy my music. That makes sense. So a nice good weight and a good player can make all the difference in the world for your vinyl listening experience. Grinch, once again, you prove that this is the most fun and cultured stream. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much. I can feel when I get in the weeds and I'm like, oh no, it's coming. I've got to talk about sound waves. How does it happen? How walls. Tape pennies on the arm head, tip from the olden days. Ooh, just to give a little bit of that extra weight. And granted, I could, even on a more economic player, I could get a different needle that could also make the difference in play quality. But you are absolutely right for the extra weight on the arm. Like some of them will have give that you can even like feel, and you can physically like depress that part. But again, it's plastic, right at the arm. So just depends. But I know there's a lot that's out there. Players, there's all different types, and what I do like about this one, I do feel like Victrola just in general has made vinyl a lot more accessible to people that are, collectors, people that are new, everywhere in between. I do have an adapter on this that I could even play 45s on, which is even less common than vinyl, which I don't even want to say that vinyl is uncommon now, because I feel like there's a lot more attention and just awareness of vinyl. I mean, Target's got a section of vinyl. Like once you've hit Target, then you know where you are in the culture. Now when cassettes start coming back, that's going to be a different story. But we'll stick to Zia for now. Local joke. Or anyone in the Vegas area, because there is a Zia in Vegas. So you are a West Coast deserty sister, brother, sibling, anyone from Vegas in the chat, listening, lurking, love you all. So having something like that just makes all of these media types more accessible. And with the way things are going, I've always loved physical media, because I mean, like, you can't get this with the stream. Look, like, this is art. This is artwork from an OG. And it's not just this one. Obviously, like, yeah, this one's Spider-Man, it's fun. It's like, oh, you cosplay Spider-Man, we know. But every album is like art, and a lot of them will have posters inside, lyrics inside. Like, it is a complete, like, tome of creativity. And that's so cool. And streaming is great. Like, if you have that and you stream, like, okay, perfect. You need something convertible to listen to while you do whatever. Cool. Perfect. I do it. Very easy. But when I want to, like, get into it, I can. And that's just, so nice. Maz, I've heard colored vinyl isn't as good as standard black. Not sure if it's true. So this is interesting. I think this might be a good conversation of, like, kind of what we were talking about, cause and causality kind of conversation. Oftentimes you'll get like the colored vinyl or special edition vinyl, and sometimes it might even say like collector's edition, limited edition. So manufacturers are making this with collection in mind versus music in mind. So not to say that makes a difference, but that's where their mindset is. So relative analogy, a shirt from a small independent creator versus a shirt from Shein. Like, yeah, you're going to have armholes and you can wear it in both cases. But the quality is going to be eventually known no matter what. So I feel like that can happen. But that also depends on the maker too. If the maker is like, we do quality vinyl, doesn't matter if it's, black, marble, color, whatever, then you're still going to have a quality album. I think looking at the grams are really where you're going to see the difference in the actual like wax and the actual pressing versus the color. So I think that's a possibly maybe to color versus standard black wax. Jay, you definitely can't get Silver Surfer straddling a mini piano on Spotify. And you never will. And I love that for him. Grinch, I need to put your silk sticker next to my new Hobie sticker on my Ita bag. Oh my god. He likes Sprite. I didn't know you were a member of the army, but cheers to that. I was I'm a big fan of their early stuff. Absolutely love it. So, okay. Well, good to know. That was like 2 drops, but it was good. That was good. Oh, mercy, mercy. So now, oh, that was my other thing. Oh my God. I knew there was a lot to talk about. I said that in the beginning of the stream. The other part of why this was so perfect, and I was like, okay, we got the New York theme, we got the cheese. I was like, oh, I got the album for it. But last night, Spider-Man Noir debuted, and I wanted to talk about that. I have not watched it yet, because I'm going to watch it right when I'm done streaming. Because I was busy, had a crazy day yesterday, so I was not able to watch it. And I'm the type that, like, if I can't, like, go all in on a show and be present and watch and enjoy, then I don't want to watch it. I'm like, I don't want to be distracted or doing 800 other things. I was like, oh yeah, I was making dinner or I was sewing and I heard it. Like, I want to be ready, especially for that. So to get my complaints out of the way, and these are not spoilery. I am mad because I love Noir Peter and I love Mason Ben Reilly, and the fact that they're like twisting like lore of both characters into one makes me very upset, because now it tells me that we'll never have a project truly for either of them in their most like honest sense. And I'm just like, oh, why can't I have nice things? Why? Also, I did not imagine, I know this is old because we've known about the casting for like a year, but like I really did not imagine it would be Cage. So here's the thing. I love Nick Cage as Nick Cage. I am a big fan of his everything and over-the-topness. I love it. And I think him lending his voice to Noir into and presumably beyond the Spider-Verse is great. And I think perfect. So I think like I'll be able to like disassociate once he has like the mask on and hat and everything. Because then I'll be like, ooh, it sounds like him. But then once that comes off, I'm like, it's Nick Cage. So it's hard. I know it's going to be hard for me to kind of like disassociate. But that said, I am still like excited for it. And yeah, I'll be watching tonight. And I think they're doing releases. Is it every week? Is it a weekly release, or did they drop the whole series at once? I don't know. Ghost. Oh, good. That answers my question I left in Slack. Curious if you watched it yet. Yep, I will. I will tonight. I'm going to make some food. Finish off that wine. Maybe make another. I don't know. I don't know what I want yet. But I will have another little drink. A little drinky pie. And enjoy it. Oh, God. And sneeze. Whew. I almost flipped my wig. Great, I've sneezed on stream. The mystique is gone. God. Thank you. Ghosty, I think they dropped it all. Oh, okay, so they just did a all-in-one. Great, because that's the way I struggle so much with the dragon. She can sneeze. No. Like I sneeze and I feel like thread comes out. I'm like, oh no, my glue stick. You know, it's just a parade of random cosplay accessories. Every time a cosplayer sneezes, a bobbin gets threaded. Remember that. Oh my God. Lydia, Spider Noir Cage Night is something I never thought I would say, right? And I'm like, now I don't... I've got a lot of feelings to sort out. And that's okay. That's my problem. That's a Sarah problem. Hee bobbin. My bobbin. I'm sitting next to my bobbin right here. Ugh, hang on. For the bit, we have to commit. Look at my bobbin case. Actually, these look very beautiful. What an assortment of colors. Wow. I had them all prepped and everything. It's almost like I'm prepping to work on cosplay. Wow. Oh, I miss the bobbin voice. Well, it is back. Oh, it never left. So Grinch, also, I'll make you your own batch of creme brulee sugar cookies for Dragon Con. Stop. Although there will be all manner of Dragon Con foods and drinks. It's like Spaceballs, Dragon Con the cake, Dragon Con the burger, Dragon Con the meat. The mead? Also, I will always have room for creme brulee anything and cookie anything. I am an absolute hooer for cookies and also pies. I feel like pie gets like denied in the dessert space in this modern, crazy, high-speed internet world of ours, but pie is delicious. And for those that are local, please go to Pie Snob. Please, there are a couple different locations within the valley, so within the Phoenix area. Please go to one and have a slice, and it is like heaven. It is heaven. Amazing. So amazing. God, I'm hungry and I want pie. Grinch, the only thing more sad than an empty drink glass is an empty bobbin. No, that's the thing that will like instantly get me to like rage, especially when I'm working on something that's like really like a tricky fabric or something that is very slippery and I've got to hold and kind of like guide. So like it's so weird trying to explain a presser foot, but like if you think about like a sewing machine and they have like the little like metal like grates, those are called your feed dogs, and it just kind of like inches the fabric forward, right? But if you're like me and a complete heathen and you don't change your presser foot depending on what you're sewing, you make considerations manually. So that means like an extra little tug to help guide the fabric. It means sometimes I will put like a piece of paper or even a little bit of what I use to make my own patterns. Put that on top of it just so it doesn't stick, or if it's really thick, etc. So not ideal, but I get in very guerrilla warfare with the way that I sew because, you know, it tells a story. Hey, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for following. I can't put my hand in front of the GIF. Okay, there it is. Yay! But yeah, so the way that I handle things can sometimes get crazy. So if you run out of your bobbin, coming back full circle, full wound, if you will, it can be like pretty much like a 30-minute detour of whatever you're working on, because now you've got to go back, and depending on what you're working with, for in my case, a lot of those times when I need to help the fabric, it's because it's like a vinyl or something that like sticks, and vinyl is not really fabric. It is indeed a sheet of plastic, or it is fabric with a plastic coating on top. So that means every time you're sewing, that needle is punching irrevocable holes in your fabric. So when you actually load your bobbin and you go in the second time, you've got to make sure that you cover where you thought you were sewing before, so that you don't have like a little parade of like holes, like it just looks like dot stipple. Anyway, sorry, I got a little bit wrapped up in that talking about bobbins, but it's very stressful. Very stressful. Grinch, I sewed a really shitty hat at the last literal second, and I had the almost empty bobbin anxiety. It's very stressful. And the worst is when like I don't have any more of the thread either, so I'm like, "Oh, we've got to get this through." And like every time you make a mistake, that's obviously it's going to gobble up your thread, so it just your resources of thread are lowering and lowering, and I'm like, hopefully Michael's has the thread, or like Walmart. Honestly, like those are the two only places to get emergency supplies, and that's just crazy to me now. Absolutely crazy. Oh my god. Grinch, Talladega Nights The Ballad of M.T. Bobbin. Ugh. God rest his soul. And God spare mine. Ugh. We have reached the end of the album. I hope you guys reflected a lot in a rock fashion on your superhero lifestyle. And I hope you all take a good long look in the mirror at who you really are. There we go. At who you really are. Incredible, incredible rock reflections of a superhero. We'll never get anything like this again. And that's what's so special to me about, not even just like this specifically, but just things like this and content like this. We'll never get it again. And that breaks my heart. So we can celebrate what we do already have and love it. Ghosty, I just can't get over how his thighs doubled in size just by changing into the Spidey suit. Listen, these bell bottoms were hiding a lot. And he was just like, quads, quads. That was what was happening. There was the Spider-Man musical. Oh, yeah. And it was what? How many shows? Like, they did, like, one leg or something? Goblin looked crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I love it. I love things like that that are just so of the time, bizarre, and just iconic in their own way. Like, not everything has to be a, big budget, very serious. It's like sometimes you just have to be like, yeah, you can absolutely enjoy the seriousness and the groundedness and the realist element of any of these stories that these heroes or villains can tell. But we do need to just acknowledge that there's some dude in Queens swinging around in spandex, and he's a little silly. That needs to be acknowledged, and we love him for that. And I love you guys for hanging with me at the lounge and enjoying this incredible vinyl with me, this incredible moment of time that is preserved forever. And I hope you all make whiskey sour, New York sours. I hope you all make New York sours and have a wonderful cocktail adventure, whatever you have next, by this time next week. Because we will be making an Excalibur next week. So this is the first time that I think that we've had that channel point redeemed. And on what coattails, right? Perfect. Grinch, speaking of the Spider-Verse, I feel like I'm going to be the only one who likes the new Venom. Wait, is there a new Venom? I thought Last Dance was like it. What you mean? What you mean, new Venom? Spinning wings. Now I'm scared. I feel like I've only seen Venom in relation to Rivals. All right. Oh my god, the first one was 2018. Crazy. So Grinch, which movie are you talking about? Are they doing like an animated Venom? I must know. Very interesting. Oh, comic new Venom. Okay. Comics, I think. Okay, perfect. We have confirmation. Well, good to know. Because I can always get down with that symbiote. But I don't follow as closely as I do for some of the other characters. But I will always take a peek. Always take a bleh. So, on that note that I've shown you my complete tonsils, it is that time. The record has stopped playing. The drink doth run dry. Dragon, yes, please laugh at me because I'm laughing at myself all the time for being a complete silly goose. But this silly goose is about to have dinner and then get down on some Spider Noir. So it will be very fun. But thank you all for getting me primed and repped. I mean, I'm repped, I guess. Primed and ready for watching it and enjoying it. So thank you for coming to the lounge, hanging out. Again, happy anniversary to Lydia. I send all the love to you. And happy good vibes to Ghosty on the new job application, which I'm pretty sure you are going to get. So I'm putting it out there for everybody else. I hope you have a fantastic night. I give all the love, and we cheers. And I will see you guys come Monday, but come next Thursday. And Excelsior.